Hello to all the listeners. I'm here with Marko, the singer from the Serbian black metal band Numenor. Hello Marko. Tell me, how's it going with Numenor these days?
Well, I would like first to thank you for this interview and a chance to present Numenor to your new radio show. We are very active when it comes to these days, and we are actually just recording our debut full length, and on the other hand we are promoting our two latest releases, EPs, Opus Vocalis and The Forgotten Legends as well.
How is it going with the recording so far? At which point are you at this moment?
All songs are composed, and actually I think that drums and keyboards are surely already played and recorded as well. I think that during this week the bass and the guitars, for the entire songs will be recorded as well. And on the other hand, I think that in the next 10 days or 2 weeks I will be able to record the vocals, so very soon we will have the full record when it comes to upcoming album of Numenor.
Seems to me that the entire concept of the album is already finished. Now I will start to torture you a little bit with the new songs. Could you tell me maybe about their names, or are they still working titles? And also I would like to speak with you about the lyrics from the new album.
Okay, should I go from track to track, or?
That would be the best.
We have 8 tracks and one bonus track planned for this record. The title of the album, working title, is Colossal Darkness. The album will start with the track While the Gods Laugh. Actually, it's instrumental track, a classical intro, which will lead you and introduce you to our debut, Colossal Darkness. I hope that this track will successfully lead you to this particular album. It's a classical instrumental track, very bombastic and epic on the other hand, and it's kind of introduction to the second, the opener full track, if you get what I mean. Eternal Champion. When it comes to Eternal Champion, it's very bombastic as well track, but it starts with very bombastic orchestrations, and it has symphonic and epic parts. On the other hand, it's very dark track. It's very linked with this kind of with this sort of Eternal Champion saga, Elric of Melniboné, which is a kind of sorcerer, dark sorcerer, and champion on the other hand, the warrior, one of the main characters when it comes to Michael Moorcock's saga, and it's very popular when it comes to fantasy novels and things like that. So it's very dramatic and intensive track musical wise and lyrical wise. This track followed this dramatic and intensive approach. One of the tracks is also The Hour of the Dragon. One more track written by Vladimir Jedovic, our keyboard player. And what can I say about this track? For instance, it's a little bit different from this track, but also there is a kind of with track Eternal Champion, but also there is a musical link between them, and it's also an epic track. But if I need to link this track with some already done records, probably next to Polaris, old record from Covenant would be the perfect match, would be the perfect link. Also there are some Balsagot moments, epic moments, orchestrations as well, but on the other hand it's very dark. The Hour of the Dragon is also a name of the novel of Robert Howard. So it's there are some connections, and actually it's based on this novel, which is a part of Conan saga. So you might get what to expect when it comes to this particular song. Okay, one of the other tracks is Shadow Kingdoms. Once again, one more track written by Vladimir, and there is a structure code which is very characteristic when it comes to Vladimir kind of composing, because also this track has this epic and symphonic structure. I think that this track particularly is the most orchestral one when it comes to this album, and we have just check out this track, and especially keyboards and orchestration written for this, and you said actually that you would find some Rhapsody of Fire elements inside of it, but I think that there are also some other elements like in moments summoning or something like that, but more or less it's a colossal track with very bombastic approach. And on the other hand, when it comes to lyrics, I think that this is one of the tracks which we will link with Tolkien lyrics, actually the only one when it comes to this album, and there is a kind of connection between this track lyrical wise and the lyrical concept for Once We Were Kings. The music is not linked, but the lyrics are, because it's about the refs and the story about 9 refs and their coming back in Minas Ithil and the shadow over Dol Guldur as well. So it's one more darker track, if you get what I mean. One more song is Chronomancer. This song is written by Balint, so definitely is different from these previous 3 tracks, 3 or actually 4 tracks if you count instrumental and intro. It's very dark. One more time I would like to say, but Chronomancer is different from the other tracks because it has something different. It's even weird compared to other tracks. The atmosphere is colder, and but on the other hand, it's aggressive track with blast beats, etc., etc. So you will hear, because the lyrics are based on Ivan Markovic saga and his novel, his book, and Chronomancer. You can actually check out it from the title already. You can guess from the title. There is a sorcery, there is this time element in the track, so definitely very track definitely on the album. We also have the title track Colossal Darkness. It's loosely based on Steven Erikson lyrics and his novel book, debut book, Gardens of the Moon. A fantasy novel. Now Steven Erikson is very popular when it comes to fantasy writings, but what I would like to say, for when it comes to this particular composition, because I think that it's the closest track to Balsagot, musical wise. Definitely, it's very melodic, catchy, and definitely it's a kind of tribute to Balsagot. You will hear, maybe it's the most straightforward track, because it sounds very bombastic, and you can actually see what will happen, because other tracks are more you know what to expect, structure, etc., but this track is just straightforward, so you will actually see in next month or two what I'm talking about when it comes to this particular track. But certainly, the fans and lovers of symphonic metal will be very pleased with this one, and definitely this track has a great potential to offer. I think that also fans from Ensiferum and bands like Winterson could find something very interesting in this particular composition as well. This one also, I don't know if I have forgot to add, but this one also is written by Balint. There is one still untitled track on the record. What I can say about it, the first idea it was that this song will be slower. then it has become faster because of the structure of the album, etc. So even I'm not particularly sure what to expect, but definitely smarter song, less than 4 minutes, the fastest one on the record, the most, the only one based on guitars, but also there are some keyboard like lines as well. So different from the other, it suits perfectly when it comes to structure of the album and the elements. And the closing one, if I think that we have reached the end of the record, The Sailor on the Seas of Fate. In the original way, I think that we originally think that it should be an instrumental track, but then our keyboard player Vladimir, who composed this track, suggested, okay, let's do some vocals, and now it becomes a full track, but without actually there are also some guitars, but definitely it's an instrumental with vocal lines, and it perfectly suits when it comes to when we're going towards the end of the entire record, and it's a perfectly for the closure composition. I would like to still keep some secrets when it comes to this particular track, because you will find some elements from and links with one of the older cartoons, since we are all fans of this, not only fantasy books and movies, but also of older cartoons. The Sailor on the Seas of Fate title, definitely it's taken from Michael Moorcock's saga, One More Title, but it's loosely based on his writings. Because why? Because simply it has this open approach, open attitude, with more fantasy lyrics. When I want to express, my feelings about this fantasy stuff, worlds to discover, to sail worlds beyond the worlds, to discover some parallel dimensions as well. So it's more about this phenomenon. And we have bonus track, The Legend of Master Ring. It's a version from Summoning. What can I say about this one? You can check it all already out on YouTube. It has become already very popular among the fans and lovers of us. So all in all, to make it shorter, I think that lovers of symphonic metal will be pleased with this one. I mean, fans of bands like Malsagot, Summoning, even Covenant, Demo Borgir, on one hand, on the other, fans of Vociferum, Winter Sun, Moon Sorrow, this newer approach, on the and also fans of power metal, symphonic power metal, like Rhapsody of Fire, Blind Guardian. Definitely they could find themselves in this one. So definitely our debut record, Colossal Darkness, has great potential, and I think that it's a good offering that will actually, I expect that many lovers of symphonic metal will openly check out this record.
You just named a huge list of some of the greatest writers of fantasy novels, which are known. My question is, why do you think that their work is so important for metal bands nowadays? For inspiration for the lyrics or cover artwork and so?
Well, what can you say? I mean, they are important for some bands. For instance, for example, for the bands like Numenor or just mentioned bands. But on the other hand, you have bands, so many bands which are not connected or linked with this fantasy-like Topils saga. So, but I think that today bands like Blind Guardian or Rhapsody are very popular, definitely, and already I can see in this promo phase, as I would like to call it, with these two EPs previously released during last few months, that people are already, interested and eager to find something out when it comes to Numenor. So it's symphonic and fantasy oriented band, so bass band. it depends, but I think that their works are great, especially the older ones, and when it comes to writers like Tolkien, and on the other hand, their influential is very big, and their impact actually is very big on the metal scene as well, and metal scene is always connected with this fantasy-like stuff and things like that.
You have now already partly answered to my next question, but I will have to ask it nevertheless. I mean, what makes them so specially for you, for yourself, for your work with Numenor, instead of, I don't know, lyrics about life, or since you're the singer of a black metal band, for instance, occultism?
Okay, when it comes to occultism and occult-like terms and topics, I think that since surely you can find some of these topics in Numenor's lyrics. Still you can find them, especially when it comes to track Eons of Magic. But on the other hand, they are really special for me because before I started to listen metal, especially this kind of metal, this sort of metal, I was pretty much into fantasy-like stuff, Tolkien, etc. And then I get through Tolkien, then I get into metal and started to listen bands like Blind Guardian, Therion, or Summoning on the other hand. So this is the main reason, and why we are not dealing with life. Definitely because life-like topics, because I want to stay on the fantasy field, because I want to run away from this topic and just for fantasy stuff. So this is my main imagination and preoccupation, if you get what I mean.
On your last two releases you had some summoning cover versions. The Legend of the Mastering and the orchestral version of Dago Bragolach. Will you cover another song from them, or will you, for instance, go for a cover version of another band?
No, definitely. I think that these two cover versions and the Legend, the Forgotten Legend, the Tribute to Summoning, this CD, which I really hope that one day we will release it on LP or vinyl as well. Vinyl, no, definitely not, but I hope that we will cover some other bands. Then on the other hand, I must speak with my band members about this particular topic. Well, surely I would like to cover some Blind Guardian and Blind Guardian songs in the future, and maybe some other songs from the bands which had a great influence at me musically. So I don't know, but definitely there will be covers in the future.
Are you satisfied with the progress of Numenor since you started to be very actively in the last 3 or 4 months?
Yes, definitely. I'm indeed satisfied when it comes to this final promotional, should I say, tour, but not tour in the performing live shows, but a promotional tour with 2 records, 2 EPs. I think that we are now going towards the end of this promotional moment, of the first promotional moment when it comes to Numenor, because we will now have in the next 2 or 3 weeks a new album. So I hope that this sort of embryonic promotion it will be finished within a month, and a new era will start. But I'm really satisfied when it comes to this previous 3 or 4 months from September, because we did so many interviews. We have so many very positive reviews. There is constantly increasing of number of fans of Numenor's music. I can already speak about fans of Numenor. I mean, this is because I have only 2 promotional like CDs released, so I'm already satisfied.
You brought the two CDs out you mentioned now over your own label, Tunnelon. Why did you decide to do this? I mean, it's a big step to make our own label to release his own CDs.
Our own CDs. Yes, we have found a label, Tunnelor Records, and I'm really satisfied with it. And we have released two records, Opus Draconis and The Forgotten Legends, both mini CDs or EPs if you like. Well, this pretty huge or actually big start also with the label, but I really have some very huge ideas to develop this label in the same time as Numenor. So I think that we will have, even if we find suitable or very big label one day, and probably we will with this debut effort, but on the other hand I would still like to run Tunnelon Records, my own label, to release some other records from Numenor, and I think it will be great, and maybe to release some other bands as well and to promote some other bands.
Are there any plans of releasing some new stuff, Numenor related or related to another band, over your over your label in the nearest time, the nearest future?
When it comes to Numenor, I think that yes, definitely. I think that we will release extended version of Opus Draconis, our debut mini CD. Maybe it will have 2 or 3 more songs, particularly recorded back, in older times, in embryonic phase of Numenor. Well, when it comes to other bands, we are now talking also about it, but I don't know. I don't know in this particular moment, but surely there will be some bands as well.
Is there any chance to get a copy of the first 2 CDs of Numenor, Forgotten Legends and Opus Draconis? Is there any chance to order it somewhere, and how to do it, and what is the price for it?
Yes, of course, there is a chance. You can contact us. We are we are our Facebook. Just type Numenor or Tunnelon Records, and you will find our emails, and the price is €5 per each copy. So it's very plus, of course, plus shipping. It's very easy actually to get the copies of our label and the copies of Numenor.
You have an international lineup. How is it going when it comes to recording, composing, and so on?
Well, it's not so international. It's only one member coming from neighborhood country, so Balint, from Hungary. I mean, it's not a problem at all. Why? Because today internet is making everything faster, so he has composed some songs, and Vladimir recorded the songs, so it's very, very, very easy for us to do this.
Your band members, Balint for instance, and Cheda, Vladimir, played in some other bands before Numenor, even still, I don't know. Are you familiar with their work, and do you like it?
Balint was in one band that wasn't so active. Actually, it was a demo work for them, but Vladimir was actually still is in Alogia. It's very popular Serbian power progressive heavy band here with some rock influences as well. So I mean, he has definitely some experience, and he brought some experience towards Numenor, so within Numenor actually. So I mean, yeah, it's perfect when he's working with Alogia, and I don't have any problems since he has the other band. And Sergeant also is in Alogia, so I think it's the better side when it comes to Numenor.
Are you planning a video in the nearest future for Numenor, and if so, do you maybe can tell us now which song will maybe get a video for it?
Well, definitely there will be video, or even few videos. when it comes to new album. But I really cannot reveal the title of these tracks because when it comes to video, I think that we need to still to decide what will happen at the end.
You also mentioned some kind of tour. Are you planning any concerts in the nearest future, or are there maybe some gigs already planned? Do you have any date for it if they are planned?
There are some already gigs played, but in the future. But still, we are focusing on the recording of our first debut full length. So let's wait 2 or 3 weeks when we finish it, or maybe a few months when we release it. But definitely, there will be perhaps already during this particular year some live performances when it comes to Numenor.
I would like to thank you for your time and for the interview, and I would also like to give you the chance if you have any last words to say, if I maybe forgot something or something like that.
Well, I would like to thank you for the interview and your effort as well. I would like to thank all the fans and lovers of Numenor's music, and I would like to thank them for the really great support which they have already given us from the beginning, from the very start. And I'm very happy and I'm very glad actually that they like our music and that they are support us.